Good morning, everybody. Barely is still morning. Day 106. Big T on the 1826, and I'm crossing Stony Brook. And I'm headed Noble. What a night to be off trail. That was a good decision. It's 43 degrees now. Killington's got snow on it. The Whites got snow last night, and it's still somewhat around. It goes side by side. I am hoping to get in some miles today. That I'm a little bit worried about water crossings because it rained a lot last night. And here comes my first one right now. Oh boy. So if it wasn't anything like this yesterday, I'm gonna have to try to figure out how to keep my feet dry. I can wade it if I have to. Well, I had to work a little bit to get across that one. Not too bad. Get back over here to the trail. I didn't trust that spot. That was where I started to go across. Just worried about slipping. It was a tough night last night. I was glad to be indoors. Wind blew and it rained all night long. It was tough. I'm praying that everybody's okay that chose to be out on the trail last night. And they're not, it's cold. Cold for this time of year for sure. Watch the weather. I showed you pictures of me watching the weather this morning early. And the weather forecasters were saying that it was unusually cold for Vermont. All right, let me get some miles down. Hopefully the sun will come out. They talked about the sun maybe coming out this afternoon. That'd be great. Right now I'm in my puppy. Hopefully get out of this too. Now I'm wet. Been trying to stay dry. Just double whammy. I stepped in, trying to step over one of these little crossings and step right in it. And then start going up, and then the bushes soaked me. There's lots of water today. As to be expected, it was a lot of rain last night. I am just so glad I'm not stuck some up high elevation somewhere. Of course, I saw it coming. I've been seeing it coming for several days and knew better than to be out again in this. Oh, there comes the sun, right? How about that? Right while I'm videoing. Yeah, maybe these leaves will dry out some, and my body will too. I don't imagine my socks are though. Making good time today, rolling through here. I was checking my watch a minute ago. I was 2.6. I hadn't seen 2.6 in a while. 2.6 miles an hour. Glad to see that again. Did help that I had breakfast at Denny's this morning with pancakes. That always helps while it was raining. Boy, I know I've already said it several times, but that was raining. It was raining good last night. Wind was blowing very hard. I noticed there haven't been any sign of anybody on the trail today until I just passed the Winturi shelter. I think somebody hunkered down there yesterday and last night. I haven't got clear evidence of footprints yet, but I've been looking to see. Somebody came out of there. There hadn't been any sign of footprints on the trail since I got on it at Stony Spring, wherever that was. I got on back. So my plan is today just to do 12 something and get back off again with 37 low tonight. That's a little cold for a 50-degree bag. I can put all my clothes on puffy and sleep in my 50-degree bag and probably be okay as long as I'm out of the wind. But I already planned. I didn't know for sure. I see now. I didn't think there was going to be much rain tomorrow, but after looking at the weather, did that screenshot of it, tomorrow's another chance of rain with thunderstorms even again. And that was for Cloudland Shelter, which would be where I'd be this afternoon. Further north I get, I think it's pushing out of that chance of rain. But, well, there's a lot going on back in the real world while I'm out here hiking. For the last month or so, my man that does all my cleanup work on my job sites for me has the whole time for 25 years worked for me. His subcontractor has been a modern day Job. He has been through it. He's lost so much. He's lost his mother-in-law. Oh, it's probably been 2 years ago now. Well, let's back up. 10 years ago, I guess, he came down with a rare lung disease and needed a lung transplant, double lung transplant, and just about couldn't get it, and ended up going to Arizona, having to stay there for 6 months and live, and finally got his lung transplant. And of course, it's been critical many times before that, not knowing if he was going to live or what, because he couldn't get the transplant. Well, he got his transplant, and then a couple of years ago, suddenly his mother-in-law passed away. And there's been a lot of stuff going on in his life. I'm briefly sharing some things, and grieving. Within a day or two of that, his wife had a heart attack and passed away. Just unbelievable sorrow. And then, on top of that, he lost a son in a house fire in Texas. And I just don't know how a man can have the faith that he has, and he is a strong Christian and has done so well with his faith that, I mean, just unbelievable faith in the Lord and such an inspiration. His name is Dwayne. Dwayne's been sick again, has been in Birmingham in the hospital. Pray for Dwayne. I just tell you, there's more, but those are the few things that just come to the top of my head and just briefly. And he's continued to run his business and keep guys employed and help me and other builders in the cleanup process, which is not an easy job. And keeping us all happy is not easy when it comes to cleanup. But he's done a good job. Pray for Dwayne, please. I mentioned a week ago or so that Philip, my Sunday school teacher, was headed to Africa. Well, they're in their third day there, and they are just having a great success there, and praising the Lord for all the things that are going on there. Pray for that team. There's a team of 3 and translators to go with them, and I'll show you some of the pictures from them that I got. Just a really neat group of people there in Africa sharing the word. there's a, if you think back a few days, it's probably been 10 days ago, I came across a backboard in the woods where this was, I think it was still in Connecticut. I'm pretty sure I was about to go into Massachusetts, or it may have been in Massachusetts. I really can't remember how far back it was, but it was a backboard. Well, 2 clicks, my friend who helped me back in New York, New Jersey, New York, said that when he was doing his section hike, that somebody had gotten hurt, had fallen, hit their head. Well, it turns out that he's heard that they passed away, and that backboard was there when they were trying to get him out of the woods. Remember, I saw the 4-wheeler tracks, and I said it's kind of unusual that there was a 4-wheeler in here, and then I saw the backboard, and I was concerned. Well, apparently that's what it was. And there's a family that apparently was a section hiker who was an experienced hiker that slipped and fell and hit his head and is now gone. And need to pray for his family. I mean, it's just a lot that I'm putting on you all at once, but I've kind of piled it up and let it pile up. But I thank the Lord for my family too. And there today, I share with you some praise stuff as well, that my 5-year-old granddaughter had a dance recital, and she's such a sweet girl. And I missed it, but I'm going to share with you those pictures, and they had a good time. Of course, my daughter was there. It's my son's daughter that had the dance recital, and my daughter's there with my other granddaughter. Of course, they love that stuff, and they all eat up with it. So much fun for them, and to watch them perform and do those things. You know, as grandparents, how much we love that, and I hate I missed it. My time on trail is coming to an end, and I'm not going to miss much more of that. I had another prayer request. Let me think about it. My sister-in-law, my wife's brother's wife. You prayed for her and her family when her dad had a stroke and then went into hospice and passed away. Well, her mother now today is having hip surgery. She fell at home and broke her hip. Is right now having hip surgery. Pray for Blythe and pray for her mother. She goes through this surgery, and that this can be a successful surgery, and she can get back to a normal life. She's in her 80s as well. Thank you. I'm going to hit you with a couple more things. And just trying to let a lot of this pile up, and things that have been going on that I've known about. But I'm just so excited about getting the video and interview Graybeard, and pray for him. Pray that the Lord will use him. He's an incredible Christian and a great testimony, and let's pray that he breaks this record of being the oldest person to through hike the AT. Just if no other reason for the testimony, that'll be. And I hope to be there in the Smokies. I'm going to try to figure out when that's going to happen and be there is my plan. His plan is to finish at Klingman's, or whatever they call it now, Dome. Indian name, I can't think of it, but it's been Klingman's all my life, so kind of stuck in my head as Klingman's. So pray for him. And one other person that I've gotten to know just briefly on the trail. Well, you've been praying for Elf, and Elf is doing better, so I'm happy to report that to you, that Elf is on trail now again, rolling, trying to catch up with his trampoline. Seems to be doing better. He's weak, but I hadn't talked to him today. I talked to him yesterday. I texted him yesterday. But pray for Prepper. Prepper is a unique individual in that he's a hiker, through hiker. You know, he started in 23 and had to get off trail, and he's doing his best to complete it this year. You know, he'll be, as far as we know, don't know for sure, but he'll be the first quadruple replacement to do through hike the AT if he finishes it. So he's, it's tough on him. He had 2 knee replacements and 2 hip replacements, but he's also got a testimony. He's been through a lot in his life. He also, grew up without a dad, and just a lot of stuff he has in his life, or dad died at a young age. So he's got a really strong testimony and done real well for himself. And I've gotten to know him just a little bit, and I think that if he can be successful, he's ahead of me. I'm gonna catch up with him probably because I do bigger miles, but I may not. He's doing really well, and but he's got to flip down and do 500 miles after he summits Katahdin back in the Pennsylvania area. So he's a great guy. He's been texting me. He's only 20, 30 miles ahead of me, but I'm about to lose time on him because I'm slowing down and taking 0. But hopefully I can catch him in the Whites or in Maine, so I can spend more time talking to him. All right, that's a lot. Sorry, but I loaded it all up in one video. Thank you. And my last praise is that Don is at home and doing good. He went home from New Orleans back to our town, which is 3 hours away. And he's doing good. Just checking the weather app, and down in Woodstock, which is the closest town to here, it's 54 degrees. Up here, I know it's a good 5 or 6 degrees cooler already. You can just feel the cold in the air. I still don't understand how they're going to have thunderstorms tomorrow with this cold. I guess they know what they're talking about. The sun's going to come out, and there's a low pressure that's moved away from us, I guess, and it's the outer edges of it, I guess. I always try to figure this stuff out. So one of my buddies back home compared me to Uncle Si on Duck Commander. I guess I need to start saying happy, happy, happy all the time. I think this is where the AT stand is on this road. Pretty sure it is. To think I almost took a 0 today. That is nuts. It's been a great day to hike, weather-wise, after the rain. My feet are wet, but I dried out from walking through the high brush, but except for my feet, and slopping in some water. But really, the 2/3 of the trail's been dry after I got up a little elevation. And this is just really nice today. Glad I hiked. This is Vermont Route 12, where I'm getting off. I tell you what, I hadn't eaten much since had that big breakfast. I am hungry, ready to eat.